Today is Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. We are almost 2 miles in on Rocky Branch Trail, heading to Mount Isolation. We are planning to take both of the bushwhacks that are done in the winter. They are both broken out, and the water crossing should be doable. I don't know, the last trail report I saw, the guy implied that it was collapsing on his way out. But, I mean, we do it in the summer and just rock hop it, so let's see how it goes. I'm feeling optimistic. So we're wearing snowshoes, plan to wear them all day. There are 2 other guys out here. They're behind us. They're also going to wear snowshoes. And it was 31 degrees at the car, which is way, way warmer than it's been for the last couple weeks. So part of why we're out here getting isolation today is because we need it for the month of January, and I can't see far enough out to know if the beginning of next week will be good, but the rest of this week is not going to be good, and it's going to be a big warm-up also, and rain. This trail, the bushwhacks go through bogs, and 3 weeks ago we came through December 31st, and it was not fully frozen yet. It was a huge mess on the Engine Hill Bushwhack, so I would just prefer to hit it now while things are frozen and just be done. So that will grid out isolation for us, and also we'll finish our month of January. So that means the next week and a half we can hike whatever we want to hike, or not hike at all. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna come to is the Engine Hill Bushwhack, which generally is what's broken, and the Rocky Branch will continue straight. The bushwhack will go off to the right. And from what I've heard, nobody has gone on the trail, so it'll just be following the broken track. This is the beginning of the Engine Hill Bushwhack, which, as you can see, is all broken out. It's marked with a T. And this is Rocky Branch. It looks like someone walked about 10 feet up. I mean, there's a trough, but it hasn't been broken since the last storm. Okay, so we don't know what we're gonna get today for views, but it's looking really, really ominous right now, that direction. So it's supposed to be clearing as the day goes on, and we have blue skies above. See that? And the clouds are whipping through, but I don't know if you can tell, it's almost black. Like it looks like a snow squall. Oh wow, this area is much improved just in a couple weeks. It was all breakable ice with water underneath it just a couple weeks ago. So this, I'm anticipating, will be a good experience. Okay, so now we're on the Engine Hill Bushwhack, which is not really much of a bushwhack. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's so open. We are in one of the Birch Glades up on Engine Hill. As you can see, the trail's been pretty much blown in. But what I wanted to show you is blue sky. And that right there is snow squall. They did say there could be snow squalls this morning, or up to an inch, traced to an inch on Mount Washington in the morning. So I don't even know if you can tell that there's mountains right there, but that's where we're headed. Hopefully it will be Hopefully it'll be okay. I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Even if it is snow, it's fine. I would prefer not to get blown off the summit. But no. Okay, we are at the crossing now on the ISO Express Bushwack. It looks like it's most of the way bridged, but it also looks like it splits and goes two ways, and maybe there's a little bit of bridge failure. So we're gonna let John test it. What do you think? Okay.
I mean, this is possible, doable here.
It's a jump, yeah?
It looks worse from there than it actually is outside.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a big step.
What will it be like coming back?
We can go through there.
Oh yeah, this is, okay, so
It's a
you
big
can
step.
step down and it's on a rock, and then we step there. And then from there though, how close to the edge can you get?
I'm gonna step right there.
Yeah, but you have to push off with your right foot.
You want to see you do it?
Yeah, I want to see you do
Let's
it.
see if I go in.
Okay. Okay. Well, you made that look easy. All right, we have a little bit of snow flurrying. We're heading into the little snow shower, I guess. Okay, here I go. I'm gonna use two hands for this. We're partway up the ISO Express Bushwack. And it's still lightly snowing. This is the edge of isolation right up in here. I don't think we're gonna get a view. That's my opinion. But that's okay. The winds seem really low right now. I hear them a little bit
In the distance.
in the distance. But isolation is only 4,000 feet, so I don't hear it from up there. Maybe we won't get blasted. But I think before we pop out, because you go right up to the spur and then it's just a very short steep climb and you are not exposed until you're at the top. So I think before we pop out, we're both going to put on our balaclavas. Yeah. I'm gonna.
For sure.
It can be very miserable up there. So just want to, maybe we'll get a view. I doubt it, but at least I don't want to have frostbite. So that's the plan. We're going to keep going. It's nicely broken. Thank goodness. Last time we were up here, there wasn't really a track and there wasn't a lot of snow, and we both wandered on separate tracks to get to this point. So it was a little bit of a disaster. All right, we're off. We are at the junction of Davis Path and Isolation Spur. So this is the spur. As you can see, it's all broken out. And this is the way we came behind John. It's all broken out. And this is Davis Path heading to Mount Davis and south. And it is not heavily used anyway, and it's not broken out as expected. Isolation Trail East. Okay, so we just stopped, put on balaclava. I thought you were putting on goggles, no?
No, I didn't put on
Oh, you made me look like a dork. Well, I'm wearing goggles and a balaclava. John added his wind layer, and we both added warm mitts. So we'll see. There's a little bit of clearing behind John. There's a little view out over there. Oh, why can't I see it? I didn't zoom in, that's why. Oh, that's a bummer. There is a little bit of a view in here and out through there, but clouds are still on the summits over there. And when you first pop out of the bushwhack on a Davis Path, there's a couple of viewpoints looking over to the presidentials, and those were still socked in. So we might only have a view of like the Dry River Wilderness. I don't know, but that's okay. The point of this hike today was really to get it while the conditions were good and not necessarily about the view. So that's been accomplished. Okay, we're gonna pop out of the trees up here But I'm gonna kill this for now. I'm at the summit now, so that would be Mount Washington right there. When we came out of the trees, we could see Boot Spur, but it's already covered. Clouds are moving really fast. Over here would be Monroe and Eisenhower. Look how fast, I don't know. Yeah, you can see it on here, how fast they're moving. Usually you get a distant view over to the Pemmy. We do have a view over to the Bald Faces and Kearsarge North. I'll take out my phone and shoot because I can zoom in more, but the Bald Faces are right in here. And I just blocked Kearsarge North. Whew. Kearsarge North right in the center, right there. Yeah, the wind is actually way less than they said it would be, but not really fantastic views today. That's okay. I will say that the bushwhacks, I really am liking how they were broken. It's a really good trail, especially the ISO. Very good. Okay, let me grab out my phone so I can zoom in on the Bald Faces. There you go. So those are the Bald Faces. And that is an excellent, excellent hike. It's 52 with the view, but they're nearly 4,000 footers, and it is, if you do the Bald Face Circle Loop, it is as challenging as any other 4,000 footer would be, in my opinion. And then, let's see if I go around. I'm zoomed in a little bit too far there. This is the summit cairn. Wind is really, really low, which is wonderful. There's Mount Washington. I believe that that is the Carters right there. I don't know. Let me go check it. They're not hopping though. I think they're Springtails. We're in the last mile of our hike down in the hardwood section, and it looks pretty clear across the road here, looking to the east. I don't know, as we were coming down, any time we could look back up towards Isolation, it looks worse and worse. So I'm not sure what's happening up behind us, although the sun keeps making, it's setting now. Oh, well, I don't know if it's setting, but it's kind of behind the ridge. Shouldn't be setting. What time is it? Around 2:30 maybe right now. But I call it a successful hike. It should be around 6 or 7 miles. I thought for some reason it was like 11 and a half, but it's not seeming like that. And it could just be that everyone did such a good job breaking out the bushwhacks that they were not really meandering. And also, I didn't have to try to find the bushwhack and set it, which last time I definitely went all over the place. But in any case, it's going to be finish up our grid for the month of January and finish up gridding Isolation. So, very successful hike. And it is relatively warm down here, so that's nice too.